Hi, I'm Sarah from Paris. I live with my single mom, and unfortunately, my sister Zoa, who's always been my biggest rival and a pain in my butt. Like, when I was 5, a tutor would come to teach us, and one day, he praised me in front of my mom. "Ma'am, your Sarah is a brilliant child. She's a quick learner. She can understand a concept in just an hour. But for the same thing, Zoa takes 3 days." Zoa couldn't tolerate this and hit me hard on my head with the notebook. Before I could react, Mom yelled at her and grounded her for a week. I never really understood why she was jealous of me for being smarter. I wasn't jealous of her for being prettier. Whenever we went out together, people noticed her first and gave her compliments, but she was still so insecure. But maybe the reason why she really hated me was because I was fearless. Once when I was 10, the 3 of us were out on a picnic when I noticed a man snatch a woman's purse and run away. I immediately stuck out my leg and he tripped and fell down hard. The thief was taken away by the police and everyone there clapped for me, except for Zoa. Mom was pretty freaked out too. "Sarah, the thief could have had a weapon. He could have hurt you. Don't do that again. You're just a child."
Yeah, dummy cow. This is not some movie where you pretend to be an action hero. This is real life. And I'm afraid one day someone might cut you down into pieces.
I know what your actual concern is, Zoa, and it's not for my safety. You just can't stand it when I'm praised by people, can you?
Oh, please. I get plenty of praise because I'm so pretty. Have you ever heard someone use that word for you? I bet you can't even spell it. It's P-R-E-T-Y.
You forgot a T, dinosaur brains.
And you forgot my hand, dinosaur face.
And suddenly she slapped me and we broke into a huge fight right in the middle of the park. As we grew up, she became prettier and more popular in school. All the time, boys would roam around her, while her minions cracked jokes about how I must be adopted. But I never let Zoa or any of those bullies get to me. I was smarter and stronger than those idiots any day. Once in 9th grade, I was looking for a book in the library when I noticed a boy staring at me from a gap in the shelf. I just went back to my seat and started reading my book, but he sat down in front of me. "Hey, what's your name? You're very pretty." No way. This was definitely a prank. If I was really pretty, why was he the first boy to say so? I just walked off without a reply. I was in no mood to be made fun of. But the next day when I was walking through the hallway, I suddenly tripped over something and went flying straight into someone's arms. It was the boy from the library. "Oh, thank you so much. If you want to thank me, just tell me your name, please." I did, and it turned out his name was Henry and he was my senior. We became good friends and started hanging out together all of the time. One day when I went to the cafeteria, I found a large poster stuck to a wall. It was my picture with an ugly mustache and devil horns, and the caption, "Sarah, the ugly monster." As I saw Zoa and her friends cackling in the distance, I was about to tear it down when Henry walked in. "Wow, someone's really jealous of your beauty, Sarah." And with that, he tore it in half. Then he turned to me and said in front of everyone, "I think you're the most beautiful girl here. And you're smart and funny. You're just amazing. Will you be my girlfriend, Sarah?" I was shocked, but I said yes. And what made me even happier was seeing Zoa burn with rage. The next few days, I felt like a princess in some fairy tale. I would roam around with Henry. He would bring me roses and would lie with his head in my lap for hours. It was all so beautiful. Then one day, he asked me to go to a party with him. That evening, I was getting ready when Zoa came running into my room, all breathless. "Sarah, my sister, I need to tell you something. Please, stay away from Henry because he is a cheater. He is dating 3 girls, including me and you. He just kissed me today, out of the blue." "What? You're such a psycho liar. Get out of my room, Zoa." But then she showed me something that left me stunned. It was a picture where she and Henry were kissing. I couldn't believe it. I ran to the washroom and Zoa followed me. "Sarah, why are you crying?" "So what if he found me more attractive than you and kissed me? At least now we know his true colors." "Don't cry, sis. This is for the best." I angrily pushed her aside. "I'm not crying. Something just went into my eye. And I don't care if he kissed you. He's still my boyfriend. Get out, now." I left home pretending to see Henry, But of course, I wasn't gonna meet that jerk. I went to a park and sat alone and kept rejecting his phone calls. When he kept messaging me, I sent him the picture Zoa showed me. He started giving me excuses, but I didn't believe a single word he said. After an hour, I went home as if everything was perfectly fine. The next day in school, I was sitting on the bleachers when someone tapped on my shoulder. It was Henry. Just as he began speaking, I grabbed him by his collar angrily. Listen, I told you yesterday. But then suddenly, I spotted Zoa looking at us, and I immediately pulled Henry close and kissed him. When Zoa left, I pushed him back hard. Listen, I told you yesterday to stay away from me. I don't want to see your face again. But Sarah, I swear I never cheated on you. I was just having my Coke when Zoa came out of nowhere and kissed me. I was really angry with her. It takes 2 people to kiss, and you were one of them. So just stop lying and leave me alone, cheater. I put my fingers in my ears and walked away from him. But that night, something really strange happened. We were all asleep when we heard Zoa screaming. We ran to her room to find a boy in Zoa's room, and she was beating his butt with a stick. The boy was from our school. Mom! I caught this thief. I caught him. Call the police. Call the media. I'm so brave. I'm a hero. I'm not a thief. I'm Zoa's freaking boyfriend. I just came to see her and she went bonkers on me. Crazy girl. Oh, also, Sarah, she kissed your boyfriend and told me to take pictures of her doing that. He was so mad at her. In case you didn't know, your sister's a psycho. Oh God, Henry was telling the truth and I hadn't believed him. The boy broke up with Zoa and jumped out the window while I turned around and pounced on her. I pulled her hair as hard as I could till Mom pulled me away. The next morning, I literally ran to school and found Henry and apologized to him. He opened his arms and we hugged each other really tight. Time passed and we graduated from school. Henry went abroad for his higher education and Zoe and I started college. Then one day, Mom suddenly felt some pain in her chest, and after the doctor's examination, it turned out that she needed a really expensive heart surgery. This was the first time in my life that I felt scared. We didn't have enough money, so I took up a part-time job to start saving. I asked Zoa too, but she flatly refused. Sorry, but a princess like me can't work. Look at my hands, so soft and delicate. I'm not spoiling them. No, you're the Tarzan of the family, the strong one. You got this, girl. And just like that, she walked off. Just a few days later, I heard Mom screaming. I ran to her room and she was standing in front of some empty drawers, asking me where all her jewelry had gone. I had no idea, and we marched straight to Zoa's room. She wasn't there, but a note was lying on her bed. Mom, Sarah, my journey with you people ends here. I can't live with poor, depressed people like you anymore. Mom, please make Sarah the heir of this damaged house because I like mansions only. I'm taking all the jewelry as memories of you, Mom. Love ya, but don't look for me. Mom was completely devastated. I took her to her room and put her to sleep, but I was in despair. We were left with nothing. My salary wasn't enough for the treatment. I left home to contact some charity organization, and on my way, it started raining. Just then, I saw a huge crowd gathered around on a bridge. I looked down and saw a small kitten hanging onto a log in the strong river current, and people were just standing around making videos and doing nothing. Luckily, I found a piece of rope tied to the bridge. Without another thought, I climbed down the rope and reached out for the kitten. Some people started helping me then by pulling us up, and we both landed safely. I was completely drenched in the rain, so I decided to go back home. That evening, someone rang our doorbell, and when I opened the door, I found a bunch of people with cameras and mics standing outside. You saved a little kitten today without caring about your own life. What would you like to say? This girl, people, she's a hero. She makes us believe that good people truly exist. She's restored my faith in humanity. Wait, what? What was going on? And I soon found out that people had been making videos of me saving the cat, and they'd gone viral. And before I knew it, I had become quite famous. I was in newspapers and giving interviews on news channels. I was honored by the government with a bravery award and also given $30,000. And of course, the first thing I did was get my mom's heart surgery. It was successful and she recovered fully in a few months. Soon after, I got an offer to participate in a really famous reality stunt show, and I accepted. Within no time, I'd become a celebrity, and now, Mom and I were rich. We were living a great life until one day, someone knocked on the door. When I opened it, I was shocked to see Zoa. As she tried to step inside, I blocked her path.
Where's Mom? I need her help. My boyfriend cheated on me. He made me pregnant and ran away with all my money and jewelry. I've got nothing to eat.
Are you so fat because you're pregnant again? Oh, no. Luckily, I had a miscarriage, but I had lots of cravings while I was pregnant, so I gained some weight. It's nothing. I'll be back to my old shape in no time, you'll see. Are you sure you're not pregnant? Of course, I said so already. Then I kicked her so hard she fell back on her butt. How dare you call her mom? You left her when she was fighting for her life. No, you robbed her first and then left her. You're just a blood-sucking leech, Zoa, and you deserve whatever bad things come your way. Now get lost and don't show up here again. And I slammed the door on her face. Half an hour later, the bell rang again. Oh, God, this Zoa. Maybe I needed to kick her harder this time. But when I opened the door, I was shocked. It was Henry. He opened his arms and I jumped to hug him.
Oh, I can't believe it's you, Henry. I've missed you so much.
I've missed you too, sweetheart. And I have a really important question for you. Sarah, will you marry me?
Oh my God. Yes, 100 times yes.
And then we kissed.